There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Lou Zetrin. Lou, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, Matt, and I'm happy to be here. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to chat with you.
All
I'm
right.
super excited about this call. Congratulations, by the way, on getting funded for reaching that 10% growth in your assessment account. Congratulations. It's
Thank you,
not
thank
easy.
you.
Oh yeah,
No, no.
tell us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit like where you live. Tell us all the things. What do you do for
Well,
work?
I live in Tampa, Florida. I work nights. I work in the healthcare field. Therefore, it's really hard for me to trade the market in the morning because I'm so tired. So usually I will go to Forex to find trades, and I love it. I trade every day. I do practice. I on demo, and also I use some strategies that I do myself, combination with the couple of things that I learned, and I practice and practice, and then one day I hit the jackpot.
Cool. And so you said you trade Forex. You also, I think I saw you like gold, XAU USD, that ticker, right? You
Oh
like gold.
yes, yes. I love gold. I feel gold give me the opportunity because the thing is, my time is. I feel like my time is valuable. If I'm gonna be sitting somewhere, I want to make sure I see the whole move happen in front of me. It could be 15 minutes, 1 hour, but I want to get it done and move on with my life. And I feel like gold give me that opportunity.
Yeah, it's pretty wild at times, especially on like a
Oh
5,
yes,
15 minute chart. Yeah, I've watched
yes.
it. It comes alive sometimes. Other times it's just like, and they'll, yeah,
Oh
crazy.
yes.
That's awesome. Well, tell us a little bit more about your specific strategies. Like, what strategies do you implement? Tell the viewers like what your secret sauce
So
has been.
I started honestly. I Before real life trading class, I had no idea what I was doing. I felt like I was gambling. Finally, it makes sense. I used the 10 EMA, but right now I use the 10 EMA for my entry level. So I will go to 3 minutes to see the candles and see like to get a better entry. And once I get my entry, I use the 78 minutes because gold can move really fast. So you want to catch up the big move. The little, what they call barcoding or consolidation, it's not really it. So you want to get the big candles. And I feel like the 78 minutes give you that opportunity and also give you a bigger picture of what's going on.
Sure.
But then, like being said, sometimes gold can go against you. That's why you have to use the stop loss. And I think one of the reasons why I had some trouble and earlier in my trading days because I never use stop loss. Because I feel like every time I use it, it kicks me out of the trade just to see the trade go in the direction I wanted in the first place. But with the stop loss, now I feel like I can stay longer in the game.
Yeah.
But you have to be very careful because gold can move very fast. So you have to be very, very, very careful.
Sure. Yeah. The stop loss is kind of like the brakes on the Ferrari. Like on the
Yes,
straightaway, you don't
absolutely.
necessarily need them, but sometimes you like it sneaks up on you. You definitely need them. Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. Tell us a little bit about how many attempts, how many like funded accounts did you cycle through, or was this your first account?
Man, so I went through a lot. I'll be honest with you. The thing is, I had a problem with the lot size. So yeah, because a lot of times like we focus on winning, but we don't see the downside of it. Like when the trade goes against you, you have a big lot size and the trade goes against you. So therefore, you tend to be on more negative. And a lot of these demo accounts, they give you a limitation. Sometimes they give you most of them, if you're a 100K account, they give you a $5,000 daily drawdown. Technically, it's not really. Technically, it's like more like a 1,000 daily drawdown because if the first day you're already 4 grand down, so you don't have much room to be successful because now you have all the doubts. Even though you have a strategy that works, but because it didn't work, you're down so much. Now you start doubting yourself, and then
Hmm.
that's when you give up. So early on, I had problem with sizing, and it's just like, I like it when I'm up a lot, but when I'm down, it's just like, oh, you know,
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
want that.
Yeah, that's funny. No, it absolutely makes sense. The comparison I like to make is the difference between like winning is kind of like in a small business, that's your revenue, and your
Right.
losses are kind of like your expenses, right? And so obviously in any business, sometimes your expenses kind of outrun your revenue, and sometimes your
Exactly.
losses outpace your wins. But ideally, that's
Exactly.
the overall kind of ideas. Your wins need to outrun your losses. And a lot of times, what I've learned is people who focus on not losing tend to lose more than if you just
More.
focus on
Exactly.
winning, because it's this
Exactly.
very, very common or very simple idea that I love to share. And it's like what you focus on expands. What you focus on expands. So if you focus on
Right.
losing, you're going to get more of that. If you focus on winning, you're going to get more of that. And it's not that you're
Absolutely.
ignoring it. It's just where is your mental focus, right? Right. And so
Exactly.
like we've all played sports. We've all, had losing games. It's part of it. You can't ever outrun it. It is what it is. Right. And so
Yes.
I see way too many beginner, newer traders spend so much time trying to never lose ever. And it seems like a wasted effort. And if you just
Oh
focus on the
yes.
right thing and stop focusing on the wrong thing, huge difference maker, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cool. Well, tell us a little bit about like how you learned to trade. Did you go through like what was your process real life trading wise? Did you start in a free course? Like what was your process to get to anyway?
Well, at first, I never. It was the first time actually I paid a course that I know that will teach me what I needed to know. Before I was following a lot of people on YouTube. I guess I didn't want to pay because I'm like, well, if I'm gonna lose money, I might as well try to get everything, as much free stuff I can get.
Sure.
But I realized that if you want to go to school, you want to make sure you want to go to a good school and you want to pay a tuition. And that's when it comes to mind, like, you know what, I need to go to a real school, like people know what they're doing, that they can teach me, and that way I can learn. And that was the process, and to signing up with real life trading,
So
and it's
which
been amazing.
yeah, which class did you start with? I know the answer, but I want everyone to hear.
Oh, the 90-day masterclass, with real life trading. That's what I did. I signed up with them, and it's been phenomenal. Even though, most of the time I'm at work, after work I will just go back to the videos and watch what they talk about and practice and practice and practice.
Watch the recordings. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So the idea for the 90-day masterclass was born about a year ago when some of our staff were on a private island. And this question came up of like, what's the shortest amount of time we need to launch everything you need to know to get started? Not everything there is to know in the world. That'll take decades, right? About
Right.
trading, related to trading. But what is the minimum amount of time? And we went back and forth, 18 months. And I'm like, can we do it 90 days? 90 days, what's the minimum we need? And that's kind of how the whole program was born, is just an
That was
idea.
awesome.
Start with an idea, start with a vision. Yep. And
Yeah.
so that's kind of how it launched. So yep. Tell us a little bit about like what are your final thoughts? What suggestions would you give people? What guidance would you give to new traders who maybe somewhere from the just getting started to not yet funded, kind of in that range? Maybe they're down a little bit. What advice, Lou, would you give them to start?
I would say that give it time, because the thing is, a lot of us coming in thinking like we're gonna get right away. Because remember, you are trading against of people that have been and trading for a long, long time, so they
Right.
have way more experience than you, so they are quicker than you are. So you have to give it time, and you have to, how would I say it? You have to give it time, for you to master the skill. I would say there are plenty of demo accounts. Even if you have a trading view account, they have the paper trading. You can use that. You can practice and practice. And then also, you're gonna lose. A lot of people say, "Well, I don't lose any money." Unfortunately, I'm sorry to tell you, you're gonna lose. Okay. So the thing is, you're gonna make the idea is to win more than you lose. When you lose, you don't lose too much, and then when you win big or bigger.
Sure.
So, I would say give yourself time, and practice. You don't have to use real money, because there are plenty of accounts you can use, online, and also, they give you plenty trials. Use those, before you. And when you have a system that works, give it time and practice it and practice, and then it will work for you.
Yep. Awesome. Well, Lou, this has been one of my favorite interviews so far. Thanks so much for sharing. Any final thoughts that you want to leave our audience here?
I would say, to my family, 90-day trading class. I know a lot of you guys, some of you are struggling. Don't give up. A lot of times, like when you give up, that's when things were about to turn around, and then you
Mm,
give up at the last minute. So don't do that. Just keep it strong, keep it going. Besides, if you want to be a full-time trader, you have to pay the price, you have to pay the tuition. And I'll say the money that you spend or the money that you lose in the market, consider it as your tuition. And once you learn that skill and it's good, it's working for you, it's a lifetime skill you'll be able to use definitely. So it will pay you many times over than what you lost. So just don't give up. Keep at it.
Sure. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Lou. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you sharing all of your thoughts and insights with the group here. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mike, for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much.